Turning now to some politics. The CNN reporter is calling for a deeper investigation into Hunter Biden's foreign business affairs, signaling a shift at the network that had previously steered clear of the story.
Yeah, reporter Sara Sidner tweeting, there are serious questions that should be asked about Hunter Biden. Hunter is not an elected official, but legitimate questions should be asked and answered about his former business dealings and how it was handled by the FBI. This shouldn't be a partisan issue. Seems proper, right? Makes sense. Joe Concha joins us now. Joe, that reporter got mercilessly attacked by the liberal left over what she said, which is extremely factual. What's your reaction to the outrage that she's facing this morning?
Well, we said the saying before from Die Hard. We'll say it again. Welcome to the party, pal. Right? We've been talking about this for many, many months as far as Hunter Biden and that laptop and the contents on it that have been verified by every media organization now. It should have been verified well before the 2020 election when the New York Post broke that story, that this is a very legitimate concern because, remember, the three countries that Hunter Biden did business in, Russia, Ukraine, China, those are very big in the news right now, right? Particularly China, particularly Ukraine. And we need to know exactly if, not so much about Hunter Biden, but if his father and the current sitting president of the United States profited from those shady business dealings. So it's good that the CNN reporter is tweeting that. Let's hear more about it on their air, which we don't hear much about because they're concentrating on a guy who hasn't been in power for, 21 months now, and Donald Trump. Todd,
yeah,
Carly.
well, you just raised a great point there. So do you think that this is a shift in the network, or is this just one reporter's tweet?
It's one reporter's tweet. When I see it more on the air, when I see it more on what CNN presents on a daily basis throughout their news shows, then I'll believe that they're making the shift. But until then, now look, they have fired Brian Stelter. They did fire, or at least something happened with John Harwood, who was their senior White House correspondent. It seems like they're trying to go to the middle. But as Todd pointed out before, if you even remotely try to be centrist, and you're a CNN viewer, a lot of them go to Twitter and say, what are you doing? This is not what we want. I have a feeling that more than a few people that don't live on Twitter do want that from CNN to go back to the network it was under Bernard Shaw back in the 90s, guys.
Look what happened to Breonna Keeler when she said Joe Biden should not have used the Marines in his, Red Dawn speech that he gave on Thursday. She got excoriated for pointing out something that Joe Biden himself said on the campaign trail. So there you go. Before we let you go, former Clinton campaign chair and star of the Clinton email tweets, John Podesta returning to the White House as senior advisor for clean energy, innovation, and implementation. There's a picture of John. Joe, are there any consequences for scandal, i.e. his involvement in the Clinton email scandal in these Democratic circles, or does the swamp always find a place for one of its own?
You use the right word there, Todd. Swamp. This is why so many people dislike and distrust said swamp, right? John Podesta, right? This veteran guy has been in Washington forever, as you mentioned, was the chairman of the Clinton campaign, now is Biden's climate advisor. He's going to manage what essentially is a $370 billion slush fund for climate. And meanwhile, his brother, Tony Podesta, was paid $500,000 by a blacklisted Chinese firm to lobby the Biden White House. Anybody have any questions here? Because that's what we're talking about here. It's just a revolving door of people who live off of Washington, live off of taxpayer money, and there's not much more to say about that, Todd and Carly.
That's why when you look at D.C. these days, over the course of the last 20, 25 years, D.C. has really improved in terms of its buildings, its roads. It's very pretty. Where does that money come from? It comes from you, the taxpayer. Mostly comes from Joe Concha. Joe, thank you very much.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.